Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's tour review is going to be another product by Mileseey. This one is a laser distance meter, or you might call it a laser distance measure. That's what I typically call them. I'll probably call it that throughout this process. This one is the D9 Pro. It has a few features on it to me that separate it from other laser distance measures. So in case those couple of features are something that would be useful to you, this might be one that you want to look into. So they sent me this the same time that they sent me that TP2 Plus, that thermal imaging camera. And just like I said with that, they sent me this for free. So I'm going to mark it paid promotion. But I'm not getting paid anything to make this video, and I'm not going to make any money if you buy anything from them directly or anything like that. I'm not affiliated through them. Now, if you buy it off Amazon, I am an Amazon affiliate. But I decided to get this because it's got a couple features that I think some people could use, and this might be the one that you would want to go with because it's a little bit different. I've owned several Bosch ones over my lifetime. I've bought several Bosch ones. I've had some other brands sent to me, and this one does some things a little bit different than those. It's kind of like the DP20 that I previously reviewed, except for this one is a dual laser like some other ones that I had. This one's not that, but it does have some nice features on it. So I'm going to go over what you get in the box, kind of the exterior features, the way that it works, those kinds of things. And I'm going to show you a couple features on it. I'm not going to go through every single feature because this would be an extremely long video. I'm going to show you the two main things that I think separates this one from other laser distance measures. And then again, you can decide for yourself if maybe this one might be the right fit for you. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So before we talk about what's in the box, let me show you the box because it's got a lot of good information on it. Again, laser distance meter. I'm going to try to keep it like tilted to where you're not getting crazy glare. I've got my lights changed a little bit too so you can see a screen better. But laser level both sides. You can see the laser shooting out here on the box. That's the key difference. I'll show that to you. Also magnetic bite it says. And best I can tell, it's essentially right here in this area because if I try to put metal anywhere else, it doesn't grab. It will grab right here though. And it's not substantial, but it's enough to hold it for sure. So right in this general area, you must have a magnet of some sort. Also has a touch screen. Again, that's something you're not going to see on a lot of different measures. And then if we go over here to this side, you can see the 2.4 inch is the size of the touch screen. 330 feet of long measuring range with 1/16 accuracy. Let's see, it also has an app that you can use. I'm not going to show you that in this video, but it's got places where it basically just sends your measurements and things like that. That's not something I typically use. Magnetic mount, I just showed you, but it also has a 90 lumen LED flashlight. You can also see made in China there. The flashlight, so again, if you're somebody who estimates and you carry a laser distance measure and a flashlight with you at the same time, it essentially has over here a flashlight that's 90 lumens, and you press this button here, it's going to light it up. It's not crazy bright. Again, it's 90 lumens, but it actually is pretty good in my opinion. For the size of it. It's going to be enough even with my lights. You can kind of still see it on my background back there. So decent light. Again, nice to have. It's better to have than to not have in my opinion. So in the box, you're going to get the unit itself. It charges USB-C right here. If you slide this over, you can see that USB-C port. Inside of there, you're going to get the typical Mileseey case. This is the same as all the other ones. It's the exact same case for that thermal imaging camera as well, and you get a USB-C cord. You don't get the box, you know, that plugs into the wall. And then again, it's got a little storage space in there. So all this fits inside of that case right there, so you can take it with you and keep it protected. So to get the box, the case, the USB cable, and this unit itself, it's running you right around $179 on Amazon right now. It does have a $20 off coupon, so you're looking at $159. That kind of puts it in that upper price range in my opinion. You know, there's several other ones that you can get cheaper for sure. There's some that are a little bit more expensive than that, but this is kind of in that higher price range. But again, it does have some features that I will show you here in a minute that the other ones don't have. So then it would just depend on if those features are useful to you. The build quality does seem nice. It does seem like it's a pretty nice unit. To power it on, I'm going to press and hold this button. You're going to see that it turns itself on. And again, it's a touch screen, but it also has buttons over here on the side for settings, and then also for like whichever, you can still cycle through things if you don't want to use the touch screen. So as far as measuring from the unit, you can measure from 4 different places. You can measure from the back side of the unit here, the front side, or these 2 lasers that were right here. You can get to those by pressing up here. You can see it gives you a map. So right now I'm measuring off the bottom of the unit. I can also select the laser on this side, or I can select the laser on this side, or right now I've got both those lasers on, so I can kind of see from 2 different directions. It's still the middle of the unit, or I can select up here and measure from the top of the unit if that's what I want to. So if I select back here on the back, I'm going to go ahead and select that. Now I've got it in measurement mode. So this is single measurement mode. So I'm going to press the button. You can see the red dot back there. I'm going to press the button again. I'm getting 27 inches and 11/16 is how far it was from here to where my red dot was. I can also go into the unit settings right here. So as far as your inches is what I'm on right there. I can also go to feet and inches. I can also go to centimeters. I can also measure millimeters, and then also meters as well, and then just feet. So that feet would be like 6.10 feet, you know, those kinds of decimal option right there. So I'm gonna leave it in inch mode. You can also have different settings of the auto rotate. This one is what, you know, lets you sync back and forth to your app. You can turn the audible on and off. You can make it to where you get vibration type feedback, your fonts, those kinds of things. It even allows you to have an offset if that's something that you need to do. Again, all sorts of features within that. Getting back out of the settings, I can also go up here. So here's all your function modes. So right now I'm just in measurement mode. So I'm going to press the button. I'm going to press it again. I'm going to get that one measurement. I can also press here. It's going to get me into that single length is what I'm in. That's what I just showed you. It also has continuous measurement. So that's one where it's going to continually read the measurements as I move. So right there I'm at 28 5/8. If I slide it up to there where my dot is, let's see if I go over here farther, and now I'm 30 inches and 15/32. So that's one where it's going to continually give you feedback on where you are. And then if I press my button here to stop that, I'm going to go back in. So I've got continuous mode. I've also got area. Scroll down, I got wall area. So these are just places where it will give you the calculations. So like if I was to press that, it's going to tell me to shoot. Right now it's got shoot the height. And then after I shoot a height, it's going to tell me to shoot the length of a wall. After I shoot a length, then it's going to give me, that's the amount of square footage that I would have. So basically it's going to do some calculations for you. It's got all sorts of those. So again, you can get wall area, you can go down to volume. I can also do point to point, stakeout, and then that's the bottom of that one. Now let me scroll back the other way. Here's live angle display. I'm going to show you that as well. Indirect length, indirect height, trapezium, triangular area, circular area, and then cylinder volume as well. So that's everything that this has calculations to measure. And again, it kind of shows you a picture on all of them as far as what you need to shoot, as that little red dot right there is telling you to shoot across your cylinder. And then after I get that measurement, it's going to tell me to shoot the height of my cylinder. After I get that measurement, it's going to give me my square foot of the actual volume of that cylinder. So again, it's just a place to allow you to do those. So what's the differences then? So that's all the features of it. Again, you got the magnetic base, you've got the flashlight, you got all those little features within there. What makes this one different? Well, let me go back into single mode. So if I scroll down, and I think you can also press these over here and scroll down if you don't want to use the touch screen. So I'm going to go to single length again. So the big difference to me is if I select these lasers to be my target point, so I'm just going to select that one there. Again, now I'm measuring from this laser to wherever it is my red dot hits. So you can imagine, again, if I have something up in the ceiling, say there's a light fixture, and I want to know where that is to my wall. Well, I can't get a tape measure up there without getting a ladder down or anything like that. So now I could shoot the distance from this laser over to wherever my red dot is. Right now it's on my door in my garage. So it's 115 inches and 3/16. Let's say this is a light fixture. From my light fixture to the door over there, again, you're not going to be able to measure that with any other laser distance measure unless you can physically, now you can eyeball it and kind of hang this out and where you think you're kind of close, but if you need an exact measurement, that's the way to do that. And then it also works the same way vertical wise, so you can kind of see my laser mark on the wall back over there, and I can also shoot up to the ceiling and see how far something, maybe I can't reach back in there to get the unit back in there, but I could measure it as well. But let me go ahead and show you that here. Just like any other laser measure, you're going to measure from point A to point B. All laser measures do this, and again, I know this is a short distance. This is just easier for me to get this in the video. So from the top of this shelf to the bottom of this shelf, if I stick that in there, I can get my laser mark on there. I'm measuring from the back side here. That's going to be 20 inches and 21/32. But the difference between the Mileseey and the other ones is that I can select here. I can turn on and go from the lasers here in the middle. I can turn on one side, or I can turn on both and have a laser coming out both sides there. So now let's say, again, this isn't a good representation. It's just easy to get into the video for me as a one-person filmer. So let's say right here, there's something somewhere that I want to measure somewhere in the room that is at this height, and I want to know where it relates to the bottom of this shelf. I can now select that measurement mode. So now I'm going to be measuring from the middle laser to wherever my laser pointer's at. So I'm going to measure to the top there. So now I'm 17 and 25/32. So now let me measure from here. Let me actually get it back into where I'm in line with that laser. And you can see I'm right at a little bit past 17 3/4, which is that 25/32. So you're right there on the money. But you're going to easily say that I could measure from right here to the bottom of that shelf with a tape measure. I don't need anything like that. And again, this is just a use case scenario. But hypothetically, let's just say if I turn this laser this way and I get it over here. So now you can see the laser is in line. It's on my pack out shelf. But let's say it was at the top of this little organizer here. So basically, if I wanted to know the measurement from the top of that organizer to the bottom of this shelf, I could then shoot this laser, get my laser pointer in the bottom of the shelf. My laser is over there on that top of that organizer. I could shoot that, and then again it would be 17 and 25/32 from the top of that black organizer to the bottom of the shelf. So again, you imagine that that's even farther away, and maybe you're wanting to do some sort of a run of pipe, something like that. But again, those lasers to me are the biggest difference of this and some other laser distance measure. So if you're somebody who measures stuff up in a ceiling, you don't want to get a ladder out, somewhere back somewhere, and you need to know where it is in relation to another plane, this laser is going to do that, where there's not very many others out there that will. The other difference between this one to me and other ones is this live angle measurement. So if I select this, we'll go to scroll down to this live angle display. It's going to calibrate, so I'm going to let that sit there for just a second. Now that it's calibrated, you can see I'm constantly getting an angle. It always has the angle up here as well because it's using that for some of your calculations, you know, what angle you hold it at to get point to point, etc. So essentially you can lay this on the ground and make it to where you can figure out where your angle is. You can make the pivot point the same as you're on the laser measuring. You can make it the back of this unit. You can make it these two lasers or the top of the unit. So it's going to always give you that angle. The angle also works in this direction. It includes as well, if you press up here in the degrees, it will give you a bubble level. So if I take and set that on my workbench, you're going to see that I'm exactly 0 degrees. My workbench is perfectly flat and level. And again, you could use this for appliances, things like that. Now, typically our phones have that on it as well, so that's not something you might use it for. But let me kind of go ahead and show you how you would maybe want to use this, or let me show you the accuracy of it. It's not exactly 100% accurate, but it's pretty close. But let me go ahead and show you this. So I'm going to take a square, and off this line I'm going to make a 60 degree. So that's what this one is. Then we're going to also make a 45 degree off that same kind of pivot point. If I can get that lined up. Then I'll go ahead and make a 30. So we've got those three dimensions right there, or those three angles, 60, 45, and 30. I'm going to select live angle display. I'm going to select that. And again, you can make your pivot point be the bottom, the top, or these middle lasers the same way as you can with your laser measure. I'm going to leave it on these lasers just to make it a little bit easier for me to point things out to you on here. But again, I could easily swap the pivot point to the bottom of the unit or the top. But I'm going to again select the lasers, select that. I'm going to line up my lasers with my baseline right here on the ends. I'm going to get that lined up. Once you get it lined up and you want that to be your 0, then all you got to do is press your button. It will zero itself out. And then as I turn these, it's going to show negative on here on the degrees because I'm kind of on the opposite side is how I marked it. I'm going to line up my pivot point laser along with this over here. So that should be right at 30 degrees. You can see my laser on this finger, laser on this finger. Negative 29, that's not too bad. That's pretty close to 30 in my opinion. We're going to go on up. We'll go to 45. I'm going to line up again the pivot point here along with the laser there. I'm at 43. So it's even one more degree. So we'll see if it's 60. It ends up being 58, I guess it would be, if it's going to stay like it is. And again, it could be that my square line's off. So there's some spots for error in here. Well, that's negative 59. So a little bit off, but it is, again, a useful feature, because the main thing I think is, if I wanted to know what the edge of my plywood or whatever my pivot point was, and I wanted to know what 60 degrees is, you can see that laser goes on to the end of my board. So if I wanted to lay that on my plywood, I could make a mark out here over a long sheet and then know where my 60 degrees ends from here to the other side of my sheet. Again, I think that that might be a useful use for this. I'm not saying everybody would use it all the time, but there might be some situations where that comes in handy. But yeah, guys, that's the D9 Pro by Mileseey. Again, it's $179. You get that $20 off coupon, $159. Is it the right fit for you? Only you know that. Again, to me, the biggest difference is these lasers right here, allowing you to measure things that you can't reach. So wherever something is in relation to wherever I'm shooting, if I want to put that on a light fixture, if I want to put it on whatever, that's the biggest difference to me. The angle part's kind of nice as well. A lot of the other features are really nice also, but those are typically on some other laser distance measures, so I didn't want to share those with you and make this video extremely long. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think about it. If you think that this feature right here is extremely useful, let me know what you think about that. Also, let me know if you've had this one, how well it's been working out for you as far as, you know, durability, those kinds of things. The build quality on this one seems to me like it's a little bit more robust than this DP20. I was a little bit leery about this one. This one's pretty heavy. This is a really nice unit. So I think it's a nice one. Again, that feature right there is going to be useful to me, but maybe it's not useful to you. Let me know in the comments below. As always, hope this video is helpful. Stay safe. Have a blessed day. See you in the next video.